Oh, it's juicy. Alright. Hello, clowns, fools, and jesters alike. I am back, and I'm ready to put more useless shit on my face. I'm going to do more of the heavy lid 60s look that I talked about earlier on Twitter. And this video will be pretty dry because I don't remember if I talked about it much on the previous makeup video, and to be honest, I don't really care because it's like the middle of the month. So it's time for me to talk about how much I hate the makeup industry while I do makeup. And I know it sounds, you know, farcically stupid and ironic, but it's how today's feeling. And I have to get ready for a video that I've been putting off for like 2 weeks because I had the flu and bronchitis after that. And I really have to do it at some point or I'm gonna go insane. So I might as well get another video of content out of this, and I could easily spend all this time talking about James Lee Charleston's antics instead, but I honestly don't care that much. Like, I'm only marginally more invested in his bullshit than ProJared's equally evil antics, and that's because I actually sort of kind of know about him through like secondhand exposure through my sister, because she'd play James Charles videos in the background. But that doesn't mean I know what I'm talking about, and I'm feeling wired from the 6 cups of coffee I had at like 2 a.m., so it's better to stick to what I know than act like an asshole. So I'm going to start with my skincare routine, which I probably tried to go over in the previous video, but I really lost the plot there. Anyways, I already did all of it except for the face mask. I usually start with scrubbing my face with one, you know those like $7 motorized face scrubby things from Walmart? I use that, and I use the Glossier, what is it, Milk Jelly Cleanser. And because if I used anything stronger, my dry face would kill me for it, because it'd strip all the oils away. And I have pretty good skin aside from that being dry. Then I go in with toner, right here, Thayers, it's almost out. Then I use, where are you? My vitamin C oil stick, which is also almost out. And then I go in with the Moistful Collagen Etude House moisturizer. I've been using this shit for like 2 years, and this is the only one that doesn't like immediately dry. Oh, I just snorted a skin mask. Oh. Okay. Anyways, it has a thicker formula than most other moisturizers I've used. Like, it's not greasy, but it takes like 10 minutes for it to sink in properly, which is what I really need compared to like other normal moisturizers, which just that shit's in there in like a minute or less. And then I should have used, but I didn't use it today because I'm stupid. And I'm using a paper face mask. I used my Sunprise Daily Etude House sunscreen, which also almost out. God, I'm just like snorting all the liquid from this makeup, from this face mask into my nose, and I know it can't be good for me because I bought this at the Dollar Tree. And if I'm doing something important, I will buy a Dollar Tree face mask and use that on my face because it helps my face from being super dry all the time. It feels like sandpaper. And if I don't put one of these on and I'm going to a situation where I'm going to be walking around with makeup on for more than 2 hours, not using one of these will just exacerbate all of the craters that form. And I'm gonna, I'm so mad. It's only been like 5 minutes and I want to take this shit off already. So to kill the time, I'm gonna explain why all the shit that I just told you I use is stupid and I shouldn't use it, even though I do. Um, Skincare is honestly a bigger scam than makeup, if you ask me, because it's based, not only is it based on the concept of sexualizing and prioritizing youth, um, and like most of it is filled with just an ass load of fillers. Like 90% of the stuff that's in skincare stuff doesn't need to be there, but it is because they want to sell more without spending less. Um, and there's like, the worst part is there's no guarantee you'll actually get any good out of using it. Like, the best way to test if a skincare thing reacts well to your skin is to use it for 2 weeks straight. And either you are going to test it out at a place where you have it for 2 weeks, or you already purchased it and it's been making your face break out for 2 weeks and you don't really have any way to stop that. So you just throw away your thing that you just bought for $45. Like, even if it does work, it usually takes like 2 months to like work properly. So you could be just spending 2 months putting something that doesn't even do anything on your face and cost you like $50. And also, speaking of shit that might ruin your skin, there's lots of interesting stuff to do with that. Like, aside from Thayer's, the most popular toner that I know of that's gotten like any buzz was the Mario Basquiat. I genuinely don't know how to pronounce that. I never bought his stuff. It's really sketchy and cheap, and there has been a load of articles on how a lot of the products used to have like steroids to make better results for a cheaper amount of money, and after they stopped putting those steroids in it, because it would turn the people's face to like paper thin consistency, like if you just scraped it with your fingernail you would get like a huge cut. After they took it out, their face just broke out so hard. And they're still getting shitloads of their stuff sold. Like, Ulta's having a sale right now on Mario Basquiat. Mario Basquiat. I'll link the article that I'm talking about in the description. I read it like a week ago, but I could be paraphrasing it incorrectly. My other major issue is skincare culture. And my biggest one, honestly, because we pay a lot for stupid shit that doesn't actually work all the time. But not a lot of it is targeted towards children who are like 15 or 16-year-old girls in order to make them more attractive, which not only has like the most disgusting implications in it, but they're also using like a 12-step skincare routine to stop themselves from like what, wrinkles? Like, they're baby. You are a baby. You have like 6 years until you develop those like tiny little smile lines that every person who's supposed to be a teenager on the CW has. And I know damn well it's not going to help most of the girls' acne because they get hormonal acne. Hormonal acne isn't really something that's super helped by a skincare routine. Like, there's not a whole lot you can do about it, especially if you're a teenager and going through puberty. Like, the only thing I'd recommend is cutting down on dairy, but dietary restrictions in teenage girls, not something I'd recommend. Anyways, we know the real reason why girls will do this, and so they can get like a poreless, like silicone doll appearance. Something that you can't achieve in real life, no matter how tiny your pores are naturally. Like, it's not gonna happen. It's only a thing that got popular because of Instagram and Snapchat and beauty YouTube and like all the auto blur skin filters that they'll use. And on top of this, it's normalized with people with immense wealth, because people who are insanely rich, they have like thousands of dollars to drop on skincare products, and I don't think that you're going to get the exact same results with the stuff that you get at the drugstore, no matter how many things you put on. It's just not going to happen. They have like an immense amount of money to drop on a dermatologist at a whim, and you just don't have that. Especially not after you have to pay for like basic amenities and shit. And I am done with this because it's been 11 minutes. I'm just gonna squeeze some of it on there. And with this part, I'm not gonna portion out like necessary things to display each one. I'm just gonna like hold them up in front of the camera, and this time I'm actually gonna be able to go through in post-production and like put the names of the things that I'm using. I'm not gonna tell you exactly what I'm doing with them. You should be able to see it, hopefully. I'm gonna start with my brow stuff. Anyways, my real issue, I guess, with skincare culture is it's in a natural extension of like the normal feelings that you get from makeup culture, like trying to attain perfection, but it's kind of inescapable. Like, how do I put it? It's like an extension of the control that one tries to put to their visage, but in a way that you can't escape. Like, everyone's good at makeup now. Everyone can cover up their flaws, but the real end all be all is, are you pretty without makeup? Like, are you pretty with no makeup on? Can you be beautiful the second you wake up in the morning? Can you live the fantasy? Oh, I really can't talk and do my eyebrows at the same time. Hold on. Sisters, not twins. Anyways, going back to the whole, can you look like an Instagram model when you wake up in the shower? Like, there's no break from the alienation that you feel between your brain and your, like, physical self anymore, really. It's a constant disassociation, one might say. But, you know, I still do it because I'm big dum-dum, and I'm a creature of habit. And I hold too much fear in my heart, and my value as a human being, to the point where if I stop being pretty, I will lose my mind. And I'm not gonna lie at all. This will seem conceited, but I got pretty lucky when it comes to like genetics. Like I'm white and I have blue eyes, and I'm like conventionally attractive by European standards. So like I got it easy. But I have no eyebrows. So I used to be like not very cute as a 14. I don't like saying that because I was like a kid, but I was not super pretty as a 14-year-old. And the boost that you get, like, when you first start doing makeup and everyone notices and they're like so happy. They're so happy you're finally doing makeup and like assimilating to the normal world. And I thought I was taking hold of my identity because of all the positive attention for doing shit like makeup and pore strips and, oh, by the way, like makeup and pore strips and a tooth whitener. But now all that positive attention kind of fucked me up because I'm unable to stop myself from doing those things for fear of further alienation. Because I'm already alienated from myself. Imagine being alienated from yourself and from society. That sucks. I've objectified myself to the point where ripping myself from this routine would send me into like a spiraling identity crisis. And even though I undoubtedly would feel better not spending $300 a year and like 30 minutes every morning I have to go somewhere doing my makeup because I need to fucking put mud on my face. And not placing all my worth on my fuckability to strangers. It's become so ingrained in my identity and my value as a person that it seems totally impossible. Wow. And I know saying it out loud makes me sound like I have mental illness, but it's true. It's not, like, not to project on, like, everyone else who uses makeup, but, like, no one covers up their pimples and wrinkles because they love themselves, like, completely as they are. They do it because they're embarrassed of their body. I guess I hold some sort of exception for, like, you know, eyeshadow and lipstick and that shit to an extent. Like, I'm not putting parrot blue on my eyes because it's, like, gonna make me fit in with society, but I don't think concealer is a very good idea. God, I love poking myself in the eyeball. Improvise. Deadbeat from the Vice palette for Urban Decay. I think that shit hasn't been out for like 4 years, but I don't believe in throwing away perfectly good eyeshadow. Anyways, I just think it's really dumb that I'm scared of looking like a normal human being, like a normal person who doesn't put anything on their face. Just so weird. It's so weird. It's so weird. Like, the natural look has replaced my idea of me without makeup. So it, like, sends a shock through my body when I look at myself without makeup. I'm like, ah! Ugh, who's that? Like, I need those things to feel normal, which is not good, because it's just, like, it's not water or food or air, it's just like powder and mica and wax. But I treat it like I'll die if I don't have it. I also really, I hate, I hate, I hate, I hate the makeup as self-empowerment shit so much because it makes it make the makeup industry has found one surefire way to like stop people from criticizing makeup as a concept or as a necessity. And that's, well, I like doing my makeup. It makes me feel empowered, even though I don't feel like a person when I'm not wearing concealer. And I think it kind of goes hand in hand with the skincare as self-care Like, that shit's definitely evil. And I don't like that makeup has such horny names all the time. Oh, this looks a million times more like doo-doo than when I did it in the bathroom at 3 a.m. But then again, I did it in the bathroom at 3 a.m. What do you want? You're gonna want out in like 5 seconds. I was gonna talk about something else, but I don't remember what I was gonna talk about. So I'm just gonna finish this and be done and do my hair and be okay for the day. One thing I wanted to talk about, because it's something they don't really tell you, or at least they don't really emphasize all that much, is I know it'll probably go away, but it feels so weird making YouTube videos, because I'm not someone who like talks to themselves, so this feels really weird. Oh, I have to sit like this so it doesn't like, ew. Lovely. It's such a nice job with my eyeshadow. I'm proud of that. You know, I'm not proud of whenever I do a good job on my concealer, because I feel like that, again, symptom of brainworms, but I feel like that should just be a thing that you should be able to do. But eyeshadow, it feels nice, you know? Let's see if I get too much of this one. Oh, I got the perfect amount. Oh my god. Usually it's like a huge glob. I'm actually very impressed by myself with that. So if I lose this footage, I'm going to be very upset. Do I look like a low-tier drag queen? Yes. But I look cute, and that's what matters. Yes, I use Lime Crime. Don't at me. I know they suck. But I can't get this lip gloss anywhere else. I'm not happy with how a lot of my face is looking right now, which is bad, but I'm going to remedy this the only way I know how. That's with foundation, so I'll be right back. So all I have is the Too Faced Born This Way foundation. And some of you right now are going, Carolyn, don't do that. Didn't you just tell us that you have super dry skin? And I do. But they didn't have any other foundation until a week after I purchased this exact foundation. So this is all I have. not to sound stupid or anything, but I think it's really weird how we consider ourselves like freer as women's now, versus like the Victorian era, because we don't wear corsets anymore. We don't tight lace, which no one tight laced. It was just a pre-bra bra. They didn't have bras. That's what their bra was. And yeah, they use like lead face paint, but we haven't really evolved that much. Like we like there's so many cases of asbestos being in face products, like powders, because there's talc used in it, and talc is mined very close to asbestos. So there's probably going to be like a bunch of beauty gurus with mesothelioma in their like 40s. Which is super fun to think about. Anyways, I'm gonna try and do my hair as some sort of apology for not getting the footage, I guess. The illusion of a smaller forehead. And it seems like an impossible task if I'm not going to go with bangs, which I'm not, because I'm trying to grow those out. And I'm going to do that. By backcombing a fuckload. Like I'm in Jersey. By the way, I'm winging all of this. I have looked up approximately 0 tutorials for how to make your hair look like it's one of those like 60s pseudo updo dealios. So this will end up interesting, probably. Oh, that's not enough hair. This would be a lot easier if I had to bump it, but I don't. I think that almost works. Oh my god. I'm a genius. I succeeded at least partially. Oh my god, this is a very Dolly look. So happy. Alright. Well, close enough. That's the end of that. Bye.